Hello everyone, welcome back to Bakchi Aviation. Today we'll be looking through all of my 25 broken/dent airplanes. Each of these airplanes were broken by me, came broken in the mail, or I bought them broken for parts. So let's get into the video and we'll start. The first model we'll start with is my GemiJets 1400 Air France A380-800 by GemiJets. This was my first ever airplane model. When I was storing this airplane away, I accidentally scraped the wingtip of the aircraft. Let's see if the lighting will allow it, but as you can see, the wingtip is a little bit crooked. So it was because I was trying to put it away. So sadly, this aircraft is not in new condition, but I'm happy that it still survived to this day. The next aircraft will be my Aviation 400 Cathay Pacific 747-400 in the old livery. Now, this model I bought broken. You can see that he has a lot of metal decay on the aircraft. I got him for parts for my if I break any 747s and need some extra landing gear and engines. But I also use them for updates for my graveyard updates. Okay, the next aircraft we have is my Dragon Wings Air Pacific 747-400. This aircraft, I have all the parts for it to remake it. I got this in... I bought a bunch of models and this came for free with it. I just use them for reels and videos, like breaking him, because he's already broken, but it's really sad to see this aircraft. And it's pretty rare also, so kind of sad. The next aircraft we have is my GemiJets 400 British Airways 7710 in the, I believe it was the 2020 release. If I am correct, just need to make sure. Yes, it is. And this British Airways 787-10, you can see here at the right wingtip, the left wingtip, it is broken, put up a little bit. That was because when I received this model was during the 2020s when quality control at GemiJets was like the lowest. And this wing, you can see that's not glued on properly. So actually this was not even glued on when I received this model, and I hesitated to put the glue on, and when I was transporting it, the wing fell and did this damage. So sadly, that's how he got his damage. Here we have this Oman Air 77-9. This aircraft, I damaged it again like the British Airways. This one, I think I was trying to carry another model from like in front of it, and it hit the wingtip. I was trying to put down a model and the wingtip's kind of down. I think I can fix this, but I really hope I can. But he is a beautiful model. The next aircraft we have is this Overseas National Air Classic 400 ONA Lockheed Electra. This aircraft came broken. He doesn't have one of his props, but it's a cool aircraft I always wanted. Next aircraft is this Q400 without the front landing gear. Again, I bought this aircraft without this landing gear, but I hope I can find in the future a landing gear. Next aircraft is this Alaska C-130 in the Golden Nugget livery by GemiJets. Got this model again about this model. It's supposed to have these two extra fuel tanks. I believe it came with one instead of two, so that's why I took off one of the fuel tanks, so it looks much better. Which actually I prefer without the fuel tanks. But still a cute model. Next two aircraft are postage stamps, 1500, 737-800s in the Air India Express livery. These two, they came perfect. But then I just decided to destroy them because they weren't useful at the time. And these are really low quality. Like, the engines are just terrible. Next aircraft is my Delta 717-200. This is my first Delta models. Actually, this came broken, so the person didn't disclose that it had this damage. So now I have this Delta 717 with the damage on. So I love this model. It didn't have the front landing gear, and it had the back landing gear also. But that was didn't have the main gears, and at the time I didn't have any extra gears, so I just took it off, which I think now it's a really dumb idea I did. Next aircraft here is this Trans-Caribbean 727-200. This aircraft came in broken. Just like I said, I bought them broken just for parts. Next aircraft is the Southwest 737-300, 300-400 by Herba Wings. This aircraft came broken and the guy never responded back, so pretty mad. Next aircraft is the Southwest 737-300 by Herba Wings in, of course, the regular livery. In the old livery. The lighting is super bad on this model for some reason. It looks like black, but this aircraft came in broken. I bought them broken. Majority of my models that I have here I bought them for the parts. Next aircraft here is this Southwest 737-700. This one I was playing with this model, and when I landed, the landing gear came off. I came off the aircraft, and while I was transporting it upstairs to my room to fix this model, I actually lost the front landing gear, and it's somewhere in the house, so I hope I can find it one day. The next aircraft is this NG Southwest Airlines 737-700. This aircraft I actually got very recently. This is actually missing only one of the landing gears, one of the tires of the landing gear. I'm super happy to get this model. There was a guy at the Atlanta Collectibles show that sold this to me. He came out of state. I got it for $20, but you gotta say for an NG model, it's a really good price. So that's why I decided to get him. Next aircraft, just like the 717, I got this from that guy before, and he didn't come with the front landing gear tires. So again, I couldn't get them for some reason. Next aircraft, I bought this model at the Air Collectibles show. This aircraft came broken again. I paid a steal. I paid like $1 something for this airplane, and with the stand and box, so that's why it was a really good deal I got on this. Next aircraft, this aircraft came broken. It came broken during shipping. Was this American Airlines 707? Again, I like the 707. I think I like them without the little thing at the end. Believe it's the speed. I can't remember this time, but back in the day, Boeing would get rid of the pointy thing at the top of the tail because the DCA customers wanted to have the 707 without Douglas being mad at them, so they got rid of the little thing out. So that's why I keep it, to say it's that aircraft. Next aircraft, this actually came broken, was this Qantas 720. I tried to get with FedEx. Excuse me at this moment, but I tried to get with FedEx like a return saying this came broken, and they wouldn't give me a single dollar, which is just annoying. But that's all I need. Next aircraft is this Ward Air 720. I got this aircraft and it didn't have the back landing gear. Pretty mad. I actually thought this model was in new condition. There's these guys I always buy from them whenever I go to the show, and when I came back home, I noticed that I didn't have the back landing gear, so now I have to check for it, which is really mad because I paid like I paid a steal of like $20 for this model, but it came broken, which is like worth like $3. So it's like not really worth it. Next aircraft here is this Air Canada 767-200. I don't know why, but this Aero Classics model, for some reason, the landing gear, if you can see, the back landing gear has been glued on. These actually came broken and I put them back on, but the front landing gear came off now, and the front landing gear is the hardest thing in the world to put back on. But I already have another one of these models, so this one's just going to be used, maybe just for parts. I'll see what I'll do with it. Next here is the Dragonwings Gulf Air A330-200. This one is probably the easiest model for me to fix right now. This Gulf Air A330-200 by Dragonwings, all it is that the back landing gear needs to have some tires added here, and maybe an A330 like an A330 landing gear right here. My other A330 of Gulf Air, actually didn't have its right thingy, so I decided to take off this model and put it on that one. So I hope in the future I'm going to be able to replace this and get this Gulf Air model back. So very nice model. Next aircraft here, the Dragon Wings Avianca 77-8. This model actually didn't have the landing gear when I got it. It was used as an ornament, like a Christmas tree ornament. It's a very nice model. I decided to play with the wings, like stretch them out, try to make them as high as possible, but they broke, so I glued them back on. But it created this like very beautiful 787 wing flex. So that's why I like this model a lot. My final aircraft here is the Uzbekistan Airlines 787-9. Here at the wingtip, it's shipped during shipping. I got this model for like $6, so it was a steal. But it didn't have its original box, so I knew that there's a chance it might have got shipped during shipping. So sad, but again, for the price you pay, it's a very nice model. So these are all the models I have collected over the years that are broken due to me or during shipping or bought them as such. So I'm happy that you watched this video to this part, and I thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.